How do I share? Invite yes, copy, Liza. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Oh, we got a guest. What's that? Poindexter. What's up, Poindexter?
Not much. I don't really know how to fucking run this.
How well can you hear me? Can you hear me just fine? Would you move out the way? Hey, can you hear me just fine? I don't know if you're muted or what. Let's go to self-promote.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure a few of the things out here.
I'm trying to add it to self-promote.
This is the first time I've ever used it.
I invited a few girls from Snapchat. You know, there's an app that you can install. It's called StreamYard Guest, and it'll work a lot better.
Okay, yeah, I see that it popped up.
Move, move, cat, move.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, this is like the first time I've ever used this.
Yeah, I'm getting. I haven't gone live in a while. Back when I was doing it at home, it was a lot easier. Now I'm out on the road driving truck, and I don't want to stop going live just because I have to work. You know, I want to grow my channel still.
Yeah. Let's see. Well,
So, let's see. I put it in the Crucible. I put it in Project. Put it in streaming alerts. Let's see. Yeah, I got it on a few places. Oh, we got another one. Oh, what? Did you step out somehow?
downloaded the app and joined in.
Oh, sweet. Does that work better for you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute, trying to invite as many people as possible.
Yeah.
2 people are a good discussion, but more is better.
Exactly. What were the topics? And I know that you, just from speaking in the Crucible and stuff, that yourself and me are quite similar on worldview. Are we hoping to get some people who aren't?
People who what?
Who aren't as similar to our own worldview?
I'm looking for as many opinions as possible. I'm looking for those who agree and those who disagree.
That's yes, exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't want a debate where we're like, yep, 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 you know.
I know. Yeah, I know. And if we were gonna try to debate politics right now, I'm not very well versed on American politics. I mean, I am.
No, my discussion is intended solely for discussing dating and double standards that are involved in it.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's in again probably similar viewpoints. Something I will mention. I see a lot of people with the age gap concern, but um, how you and I would look at it as gross or weird, they're calling it bad or immoral, and I'm like, I'm that doesn't follow.
All right, so I'm gonna repeat after what my Andrew Wilson says. What is it that you object about it, other than it gives you the ick?
And, and that and that's where they pretty much get put into a stop.
Yeah, but think about it. If you're old enough to be forced to go to war at 18, shouldn't you be old enough to decide who you are dating and who you're having sex with?
Well, yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
exactly. So that comes down like the whole issue, like from like my point of view, or say your point of view, would be the older person being immature or something like that, but nothing immorally bad.
Yeah.
But
But all we can do is sit back and all we can do is sit back and try and try and explain it the best way we know how. But they the funny thing about it is we got girls that are 18, 19, 20, all the way up to 24 that refuse to date men their own age and will gladly date a man in their 30s and 40s. But those same girls will turn around and complain and say that that's gross if any other. Like if the man wants to date a younger girl, they make that out to be an ick factor.
yeah, like I find it comes down to how do I say this? Whether the girl finds the guy attractive or not, basically. So if it's a 40-year-old that she finds attractive, going after her or one of her friends, she's really down for that. Whereas if it's somebody that she doesn't find as attractive, she's gonna be like, ew, that's gross, that gives me the ick.
Yeah.
That's at least how I see it. But
Alright, I've got some girls on Snapchat that might join. Give me 1 second.
Why the fuck are you talking about girls on Snapchat?
we're gonna have a debate, Kim.
I don't give a fuck, not about that.
You can
No, you're
be
not.
part of it.
No.
Is that your old lady?
Yeah.
What's she saying?
she would rather not have a debate about like feminism and stuff. Sometimes when she hears some of the viewpoints of some of the women, she gets angry. She doesn't want to be associated with that type just because she's a female. So she tries to put a blockade on it at every attempt. You know what I mean?
So let me paint it this way. Feminism is cancer, and our society is indoctrinated by feminism. I my talking points will never bring up feminism, but the fact that we're talking about dating, feminism is the cause of why dating is going to shit nowadays.
Yeah. She's kind of a trad wife, but also a.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
but she yeah, like even watching the whatever podcast, she gets really frustrated. Like she cannot believe some of the stuff that is coming out of their mouths.
Well, me neither. I'm with her on that one.
No, me as well. And I mean, I've been in the VC chat, and it's I've been in the VC chat with her, like with me a few times, and some feminists come up and she'll pop off at them if it gets too much for her. So I mean, that might be good for content. You know what I mean?
This girl goes, I'm drunk, and I jokingly said, that's the best time to go live. And she goes, but I'm also not single, but I do recall the dating. She goes, let's discuss double standards in divorce. LOL.
Oh my god. Well, most women probably wouldn't even want to touch that. I'm jumping right on court.
Well, I would I would assume, and this is just me making an assumption, with your old lady being in the room, probably shouldn't talk about divorce.
Oh no, she's pretty cool like that. But um, the when in divorce, the unfairness of the outcomes between men and women. So say,
Women take like everything most of the time.
yeah, and men don't get to have that luxury, do they?
I mean, it all depends on the circumstances. Most of the time, women leave the marriage with an absolute fortune. But honestly, that's on the guy's fault. Like that's the guy's fault too, because most guys honestly leave their girlfriends or wives a lot of stuff. Like they would rather choose to give their wife everything rather than leave her without. Like I know a lot of guys who simply gave their wife absolutely everything after the divorce because he had the means to provide for himself better.
Can you hear that? And again, it's you're coming from a traditional woman. We have traditional friends, so the her scope of it is like pretty traditional, really. Um, but when it comes to a child custody battle in court, would you say women get chosen fairness in some cases when they shouldn't be?
That's circumstantial.
Elaborate.
Well, for example, a lot of the child care they say like when it comes to a court choosing which parent gets the custody and everything, they look at the court must look at the financial and emotional nurturing that each parent has to offer. So, say if the mother was a complete mess, but she made a lot of money, but she was an emotional wreck and like not stable, but the dad was more emotionally stable but had a low income. Even though he had a low income, they'd probably choose the dad just because he's more mentally stable than the mother. So it all really depends on like the mental stability of the parent because financial stability isn't too much of a big deal as long as you do have a like steady income when it comes to like the courts choosing parents. Yeah, that's all circumstantial. It's not more or less like
And so,
they choose a man or a woman
so
over.
when you want to speak on the less extreme end of it, do you think it's easier for a woman to alienate a man to the courts than it is vice versa?
Hold on. You you're not speaking very close to the mic.
Oh, sorry. I asked her if she thinks, on the less extreme end of things, if she thinks that it's easier for a woman to alienate the man to the courts rather than the man alienate a woman to the courts.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know how to answer that
Why?
because both men and women can be very manipulative if they wanted to or alienate. But I do think women have the upper hand when it comes to that kind of stuff. And but like, what kind of circumstance are you talking about?
So just a regular, typical, um, everyday suburban husband and wife. No arguing, no fighting. Both of them make reasonable amounts of money. Both of them are reasonably respectable people in the community and as folks. They just had a falling out. Maybe one cheated. They divorced. They're still
Well,
very reasonable.
let's look at it this way, both of you. I saw a case not long ago where a husband was called into the emergency room because his son fell off his bike and he really got hurt and he needed a transfusion, a blood transfusion. So they tested the father and they found that he was not a match. He ended up not being the father of the child. So in the end, the mother knew he wasn't the father and she instantly called somebody and said, "You need to come to the hospital." And the husband found out that his neighbor of 20 years was his child's father.
Wow. Well, I
And
hate
when,
to say it, like it might sound rude, but honestly, that father should have gotten a DNA test prior to the baby, growing up
I
and stuff.
I agree. I agree. They should. But in most states and in some countries, it is illegal to get a DNA test without the mother's consent.
Wow.
But on the other hand, too, we've come across this question or this topic quite a few times in Z chat and stuff. And actually, I would feel pretty weird if she came up to me with a random DNA test, and that's how she told me she was pregnant. Like, oh my God, look, we're pregnant. I'd be like, whoa, why the DNA test? What?
I honestly would do that just for your
I get,
regardless of the circumstances, I would do that just for the father's reassurance and just the father's security.
I
I
get
think
that.
every woman should do that, not because of trust issues or, oh, this could possibly be another man's son or whatever, just for that sense of security and confirmation.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, just for our culture, how it is right
But
now, it would be weird.
a lot of women are fucking hoes, so they don't want to do that stuff. They really don't.
she
Preach it. Preach it.
she gets pretty wild about this stuff.
Hey, I like it. I like it.
And I can't complain. Like, she's pretty solid and stable in her grounding. She has a lot of friends that are too. I think.
Oh, I have a lot of friends that are also idiots, though, and that's where I learn a lot of my experience when it comes to those dumb bitches. Because God bless them, but yeah, a lot of girls out there nowadays are completely fucked.
More of them than not end up blocked, but
And those are the kind of girls I try to give advice to, honestly, if anything, because I don't know, some of them more or less just, yeah, some of them more or less just follow suit and want to be cool, and that's all people seem to worry about nowadays is wanting to be cool.
I see that. I see that.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you eventually learn that family and stuff. I mean, I can't really say that either because everyone's different. But at the end of the day, you do either want to have a family and a life and, all that kind of stuff, or you're usually just chasing a high. That's what I feel like people are doing. Because some people, they're like, I don't ever want a family. Is he not in it no more? What happened?
I don't know.
His mic really sucks, too. No offense to him.
What's that? It's my speakers, really.
Sure, your phone's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I don't know what happened, but something happened.
Yeah, our speakers are kind of bad on his phone, so there's probably something on his end.
Yeah.
I was
Continue.
able to find the live by clicking view in on YouTube, but let me see if I can join on my phone. Hold on.
Okay.
Like, I'm not finding my stream on YouTube
What?
Are you live streaming this, or
Man, this
for
is
some
putting your
reason.
sticker.
It's weird.
These are putting your awesome opinions out to the
One of
world.
our
wait?
live.
I'm being live streamed right now.
Yeah, they're putting your awesome opinions out there, buddy. You
Wait.
sad thing.
Looks like I'm
And
joining as a.
even with my babe here, you're gonna find more agree from her than not on most topics.
Say that again.
I say even with my babe here, you're gonna find her agreeing with both you and I on most topics.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Trying to see. Oh, we got some more guests.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
Mm.
I joined the live.
I won't
Well,
know how to edit your audio.
She's trying to edit our audio.
No,
I'm
that's
trying
audio.
to. I'm just trying to see the stream on YouTube.
No.
Oh. Copy. Damn it.
Can you stream this to the TV? Just click on. No, you just screen share. Do it.
I'm trying to copy the link so I can watch it somehow. You guys still there? Yeah, it appears like I can't watch the stream for some reason. It's odd. You guys still there?
There you go.
There
now
we
it's
go.
working.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's not.
No.
My
There.
bad, guys. I just keep looking. I keep trying to find a way to watch my stream on YouTube, but it's not showing up. But I can find it by clicking in my lives. Let's see.
She'll go look on her phone on YouTube.
What's this?
Yeah, it's
It's
Dearden
Dearden 2000.
2007.
Dearden 2007. Too bad we couldn't get Destiny in here and talk about J6 or one of his
Oh
followers.
man, I fucking can't stand Destiny.
Why?
Because the dude doesn't make any sense.
That's his whole.
I agree. I totally agree.
Do you?
I do.
I think that Destiny intentionally says shit that's off the wall and intentionally dumb just to stick to this ploy that he thinks he knows what the fuck he's talking about, but he's always proven to be wrong in everything he says.
Man, yeah. He just does it to circle back around, and start trying to like get you from behind his arguments and be like, why isn't it?
I don't know.
Google it.
He just argues in a circle and he sounds like an idiot. He really does.
Yes.
And I'm not
Kind
gonna
of like a
lie.
narcissist.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I get upset. I do get upset myself. I'm not gonna lie. I do get upset, but I don't sit here and argue something that I've been proven wrong over and over and over.
Right?
And
It just makes you
continue
look like
to
an
dump
idiot.
it.
But think about his fan base. Like, you know what I mean? Like when he has this streaming on Rumble and you know what I mean, here and YouTube and everything. All his fan base is just gloating his ego so hard. Because they ain't very smart.
Well, he's the world's biggest cuck, also.
Well, there, what did you find? Did you find it? I don't know if it's him or Bebo, but
What?
that's the biggest cuck.
Why do you let your girl fuck other men?
No, Bevo.
That is not whatever that's called, white shit.
She said that is not trad wife shit.
Yeah. I'm. What? Why did you say when I said that Destiny is the biggest cuck I've ever seen? Why did you respond with, I don't know if it's me or him?
Oh, I said Bevo.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, really? The guy from? Oh my gosh.
He's like some weird guy who I seen on TikTok at first, and like reels on Facebook, and he eats a bunch of hot food, like right hot food, and he has like these right buck teeth and stuff, and it just looks weird.
Yeah, and then he was on the Whatever podcast with his his OnlyFans wife.
But I know him as a good
Oh,
guy.
is that the cuck that was playing? He was the Mr. Nice Guy that was Andrew was
Yes.
staring down. Yeah.
Yes, and then he comes back like 2 weeks later and tells everybody that Brian made him say all that stuff. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, I can't stand the girl on the Whatever podcast that blamed Brian and Andrew and said she was going to sue the Whatever podcast because she lost her kids, but she openly admitted that she would murder her own babies if they weren't following her divine commands.
That's fucked up.
Which one was that, Lady E?
Do what?
Was that the Epistle Lady, Desiree?
Yeah, the one that kept saying epistles.
Yes. Did you see the actual debate with her? The first
Yeah.
or the second one?
Hmm.
She was off her rocker, man.
Yeah. Well,
And then,
There's a lot of women that are off their rockers. No offense.
oh, right? I know. It's wild. A lot of
Let
people in general, man. It's crazy.
Let me make this clear. I do value women. I do think women are amazing. I think I'm a single guy, so I'm one day down the road going to be finding a girl. I don't hate women. I don't have bias against them. I'm just biased against stupid people in
Yeah.
general.
Oh, fuck, man. You're preaching to the choir. I mean, I have been out of the dating game for 7 years now, so we don't really know what that's like. Um, but she's got friends that she sees going through it all the time, and it's just a fucking dumpster fire, really. The bar scene is an absolute dumpster fire. I'll say that.
Yeah, let's talk about the man versus bear debate.
Uh, I'm picking the bear just because I'm tired of it. I just want to be wiped out now.
Yeah, well, let me ask your girl. If you're trapped in the
Wait,
forest,
wait, 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 wait. She's not in the. She'll be back.
uh, why would you choose the bear? Tell me that.
Me
Yeah.
personally, just because I just want to get wiped out and I don't want to, you know, deal with it
So
anymore.
you're suicidal?
No, I'm just. It's a joke, but yeah, yeah. I
no,
mean,
but no, but yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's just a joke. Um,
yeah.
trying to follow suit and be cool and see what if all of her friends like me, want to be my friend still. If I pick the bear,
Who? What? What?
see if my old lady's friends still want to be friends with me if I pick the bear, because I think that's all it is. But she, what do you pick, man or bear, Ken?
The bear.
I think
Or I mean the man.
Why do you pick the
he
man?
do what?
I picked the man because honestly,
Get your butt crack out of the music.
the man would probably be more scared of me than I would be of him.
It's pretty
So,
scary. I mean,
yeah, I mean that's a good choice. You choose the man, but here's the reason the fact that girls are using the bear, why it's bothering me so. Like, would you both admit that women are far more likely to judge a man long before the man would judge the girl?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Would you agree that it's acceptable to be mindful and cautious about everyone you talk to, but based on the wrongdoings of one bad dude, does not equate to all men doing harm?
No, it doesn't. Just because
So,
just because one guy does something wrong doesn't mean all men are like that, and that's a lot of
right.
women's problem.
Yeah, like for instance, I want you to tell me your first reaction. What would you say if I said all women cheat? What's your first reaction? What's your
I
first
mean,
words you would
I,
choose to say?
I would say that I'm sorry you feel that way because I wouldn't want to, like, I'm not the type to badger someone on their opinion and their feelings because they have their own experiences and stuff. But I would say that I'm sorry they feel that way and that not all women are like that. But
That's what I was looking for right there. That's what I would look for. So, just like women not liking a man generalizing an entire gender of females for being cheaters, should women also not generalize and judge all men for being essayers, rapists, and pedos and stalkers and creeps?
oh, fuck no, they shouldn't judge all men for that. Absolutely not.
But they do.
They
They
do,
do.
yeah. A lot of women do.
Yeah. So
It's essentially calling
judging
us criminals.
judging a book by its cover is is what you're doing by judging a book by its cover is you're asking to be judged based on your own cover.
Exactly, yeah. It's more or less people projecting their own insecurities or issues out on others.
Right. Someone's getting a big old hit over there.
Yeah, well, it's pretty common in Canada. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Kamala is taking the front by storm. How do you feel about that?
That's how I feel about that.
Joe ain't no ho.
Impeach Joe and the hoe.
Oh, and the ho. So, what do you think that is? You see a lot of conservatives, and a lot of you see a lot of the right and the left making a joke about Kamala gonna make a um, clean sweep here. What's that about?
Well, you know how she got into office, don't you?
Yeah, but oh,
How'd
I
she,
see.
let me know. How'd she get in?
Well, uh,
She did that gluck gluck. That's what she did.
I was just thinking
yeah,
that.
They
you
were
didn't.
talking about it. She did the gluck gluck. And I gotta tell you, I don't for I don't understand how, by all logic, Trump was cleared of all wrongdoing. He did nothing wrong. They punished Biden, or they punished Trump for the same shit Biden did. Biden did far worse. He brought cocaine into the Oval Office, and his son did, and he stole millions. So, I mean, Trump did far more for our country than any president I could think of, and Biden let in millions of illegal aliens, and every single one of them got food stamps, cash assistance, cell phones, free lodging, and health care. There's people in this country who pay taxes that doesn't have one of those things.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really bad for people who vote left and right, for Kamala or Biden to get in, either one. It's really bad for anybody who votes left or right. They just don't. They see the virtue and they want to be caring and they want to be compassionate, but they don't see the end result. You know what I mean?
Did you all see that video where Kamala Harris said that white men are the devil or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Well, you know she's married to a white man, right?
Yeah, she's mostly white, dude.
He probably cheated. And that's why she hates a white man.
Yeah.
Mostly fucking white.
Well, there's that gay guy that Candace Owens interviewed who was saying that white men are the issue. He's married to a white man.
Yeah.
It's the left's way of finding every way possible to demonize all white men, whether they're straight or not.
Yeah, and that's what I see more of a problem. Recently, I see this is how I see it. Yeah, sure. Feminism is tearing up our society in terms of men and their behavior and
Be
their like.
careful. Be careful. Your girl don't like the word feminism.
No, I know, but men and their behavior and the overall outcome and how actually shitty it is that a lot of guys are missing out on something that they really want, which is a family. It's spiking up abortion, so it's really affecting our population and stuff as a whole. But
I agree.
something I see affecting our culture. So even if we can stop feminism and like get our numbers back up there, um, something that I see really affecting our culture is this race card bullcrap. You know, I don't agree with it. Uh, it's not. I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but
Why are you so
my
racist, bro?
yeah, but my goodness. Yeah, I think the only person that you can't be racist towards is a white person.
No, you can be racist towards every culture.
Yeah, but it's not. But what I mean, I know you can because I
No,
still get.
I know it. I know you were joking.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still get offended. Don't worry, but no one cares. That's the difference.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, whoa, pump the brakes here. I'm a people too, right?
So it's funny to me when I hear black people say that you can't be racist against white people, but you can be prejudiced. Well, look up the definition of racism, and I'll read it because it has the word prejudice in there. So
Yeah,
Yeah, it's being prejudiced towards another race or ethnicity.
exactly. And it's like, man, some of the things that they say too is diabolical. And
okay,
I'm not.
hold on. It's in the very first sentence. Racist, a person who is prejudiced against or antagonistic towards people on the basis of their membership in a particular racial or ethnic group. So it's not all ethnic groups. It's in the first three words, a person, or four words. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5, 6 words, whatever. A person who is prejudiced against or antagonistic towards people on the basis of their membership in a particular culture. So,
Now,
if
you
you're
take.
if they're saying, I'll be quick, sorry. If they're saying that you can't be racist but you can be prejudiced, Those two are the exact same thing. Prejudice is in the definition of racism. Now you can go ahead.
Um, Now take my sentence and go into a leftist Discord or leftist chat room or whatever have you, right? Leftist stream, and say that very sentence, and you're gonna get met with a very different opinion.
Like what?
And like that, I'm absolutely right and everything like that. And some of the things that I'll hear there, man, is just it's evil. It's complete evil. And some of the people saying it are other white folks, and I'm like, hold on, I'll have to cut them off and be like, do you hear what you're saying right now? Do you hear what you're saying right now? Like,
Yeah,
it's
they're white knighting the the left racist community. So,
right.
whatever. So these are race baiters, in other words.
Pretty much, and I go do it from the other way, but some of the stuff I hear is just, it's mind boggling. It's quite offensive, actually.
Yeah, it gets to the core of my brain where my brain is asking me. They cannot be fucking serious about what they're saying right now. They cannot be serious.
They're
But
not, but
but they are. They are.
one thing I've learned actually, through these discords and streams and chat rooms on Facebook or X or whatever, is that these people mostly are just using something to their advantage, whether it's wanting to steal something and just claiming it's racist, or just having a bad day and wanting to say something completely hateful and absurd to somebody, so they do it, get called out, and use the guy's a racist and stuff like that. It's like, whoa, no. So mind your behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I see it as.
Yeah, that's one thing in life that I've never liked or understood. Like we have to be so fucking careful with every word that we choose to use. But we have women, black people, Hispanics, Chinese, all these other cultures that don't have to manipulate what they're saying to soften the blow for people.
Oh fuck yeah. People have become so sensitive nowadays, it's not even funny. I personally have black friends and multicultural friends, like of all races, and not one of them are sensitive like the people you see on the internet. It's mind blowing.
I have a lad that I grew up with, my best friend ever actually. He's a black guy, and he is one of the funniest lads ever. But he's 30 some years old. We grew up in, early 2000s in a different world. Um, some of the ways that we would have acted and joked together, if we would do that today, we would have a really huge onlooking crowd telling us we were the biggest bigoted pieces of shit in the world. And it's like, no, we're having fun. It's like, what happened to that quality of having fun?
That's true. Like I grew up in an area where I grew up in Dodge City, Kansas, and that's one of the biggest in our state where I live in Kansas. Um, Dodge City is one of the most highest illegal alien immigrant
People
because
coming, yeah.
yeah, like we have liberal Kansas and Dodge City, Kansas. Both have the biggest meatpacking plants, so they come in there like droves. But I went to school with a lot of Hispanics and a lot of blacks. I've never cared about. I've never cared about race. I've never cared about race. I never cared about color. I never cared about anything. If you respected me, I was nice to you. So I hate everyone equally who hates me.
Yep. Picture this. It's 1999 to 2001. You show up to high school. One of your Mexican friends comes there. He says, "Hey man, I got a joke." It's one of the most racist Mexican jokes you've ever heard. How common was that?
I've never heard my Mexican friends get that personal with me. They were
No,
more
like,
like they were more like acquaintances.
oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
like, okay.
But I still to this day am friends with Alexa, Juan Melendez, Jesus Garcia, Miguel Luna, a lot of friends. Too many to name.
Where I'm going with that was basically back when I was a young lad in high school and stuff. If you heard like over the top vulgar jokes like that, usually the person saying it was the same race that they were saying it against. So it was like right out of pocket and kind of right funny. And that doesn't even happen no more. So it's like, whoa, what happened? Everything used to be so different.
It did. It did. It did. So where I think where I'm trying to get here is that just like women will come retort and say the bad women are making it hard for us good women. Will you agree with that?
Gosh. Well,
Is your girl there?
that's where she's at.
What was that? Sorry.
The shitty women are making it hard for you good ones to basically keep a good standing because you're a female.
Mm-hmm.
People just like you like
Well,
these chicks. You're a
if
female.
she's if she can hear me, I'll repeat what I'm trying to say. Just like women will say that bad women are making it hard for good women in dating, but the same thing goes for us good guys.
Yeah.
Women who look at us like we're pieces of shit because they judge us based on our height, something we cannot control, our financial, which we can control the size of our wallets if we work hard enough. But I've seen broke men end up millionaires because they had a good woman by their side talking them into, or what? How am I trying to word this? She was,
Supporting him, backing him up.
yeah, there you go. Not financially, she was just
Yeah, just
supporting
being
him.
there, encouraging
Yeah.
him, and being his biggest cheerleader. Yeah, I totally get that.
So we gotta keep. I think society needs to be consistent. If women don't want to be judged, they shouldn't judge.
Absolutely, I agree.
They
But
when we're talking to a lot of her friends or whatever though, something I see a lot with, and it goes either way with women. They either take every single bit of accountability to the point where it's a fault, and it's like, dude, you should leave that guy probably. I'm a guy, and let me tell me he's a piece of shit. Or they refuse all accountability and won't take any. And so I think that that's where there's a huge issue that needs to be solved.
actually, what I think we need to do as a society is teaching everyone to not involve friends or family in your fucking relationships.
I agree
Yeah,
150
that's
fucking
fucking for
percent.
sure.
150%. I'm not
Because
kidding. We are the type, like me and Alex here, we are the type, well, me specifically, but we don't let our family or friends know what's going on between us. If we were having an argument or whatever the case may be, or we would never ever bring friends or family into that shit.
yeah,
We'll hash it out in the car on the way home or on the way to where we're going. But as far as they know, we're having a great day.
Yeah, like they would never know we were having issues ever.
how many times in the past have your girlfriends tried to talk you out of being with someone just because you told them something about the relationship,
Oh, many, many times. Many, many times.
which should prove to you that your own friends don't like to see you happy.
Exactly. Yeah, I've cut a lot of friends out over the years. Like those experiences were more or less like a couple years back, but yeah, definitely have experienced that.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous that that our birth rates are on a major decline, and I didn't know that until I saw Andrew Wilson talking about it. But then I did the research, and it's true. It's getting so bad that we're almost incapable of repopulating our society. Almost.
Well, not only is the fertility rate also getting bad, like there's a lot of infertile people nowadays and it's crazy. But also schools and adults everywhere are encouraging the younger generation not to have children. Like they're steering them so far away from it and making them so discouraged towards any kind of idea of having a family or children that they don't even want to.
That's true. That is an issue that's going on.
Like I can't count how many adults even in my community that have told me personally, don't have kids. Oh my God, go live your life. Like don't ever have children. Just go live your life and be happy. And it's like that's all people are really focused on nowadays is having fun. And
Yeah, and
there's
that's why we have so many boss bitch mentality girls in
mm-hmm.
their 18 to 30s, and then when they turn 30 all the way up to 40, we have women boo-hooing all over the internet where are all the good men at.
Yep, exactly. But they're not even good women, half them.
No, they're POSs. I I don't hate women. I just hate stupid people.
No, I totally get it.
I just have to put that warning out there to anybody watching. Joshua Dearden does not hate women. So. It's funny. I'll ask some random questions to girls, and they're just random. And the first thing they get after 5 or 6 questions is, "Why do you hate women so much?" And I'm like, "I don't."
You should. Hey, have any of those Snapchat people responded? You should
They
get
keep
them.
they
Them
keep
versus.
telling me not right now. One of them said they're drunk. The other one said they're not feeling up to it.
Say it's just vs another female.
Hey, how about your girlfriend bring her friends on?
Could you have anybody that would be willing to join up and preferably one of your feminism friends?
Oh
They,
my gosh.
but she that might cause a non-friendship. But
Um, maybe.
oh well, she's down. She's looking.
Like to jump on the stream and
Yeah,
discuss stuff?
to like debate you basically about
Why
feminism.
don't Why don't she jump on also? So we have 3 people up here.
Yeah, why don't you join? I'll send
I have
her.
to download the app and everything.
I'll send her the link and I'll send her the link in text.
And if we can get at
What
least
is this stream
your
this?
girlfriend and at least one more girl up here, I will last the 300 questions I've written down.
Okay. Oh my god, you might get.
And this will be good for YouTube.
Well, except she might lose a friend because she's not. If she gets one of her feminism friends, then yikes.
I don't really
Oh,
have many feminism friends. Is the thing. I really don't have many
It's
feminism
preferable to have
friends.
somebody that's gonna disagree with you.
Like a lot of, well, that's the thing. I don't really have a lot of friends like that. A lot of my friends have the same kind of half dude, half woman.
hey, it doesn't matter if they agree or disagree. Having females on the pod helps.
That's fair.
Yeah. Was this the simp you were talking about? That dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see his tweet? Did you see his tweet about
Uh-uh.
the whatever pod after he said that Brian paid him to say all that stuff?
Uh-uh.
You did. He looked like he was dressed like Sherlock Holmes, man. Saying stuff like in it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It was you could feel the secondhand embarrassment off that entire video.
I can't believe this, man. It's ridiculous. The one thing I've learned over a lifetime is that the people that I have done the most for are willing to do nothing to help me grow, but will still ask me for money while
Fuck
refusing to
those
help
guys.
me on anything. And I've never asked for money. I've never asked for a dime. I've just asked them to share my photography because I'm a photographer and to share my YouTube channel. That's it. Never asked them for a red cent. And they refuse. They absolutely refuse.
That's fuck those guys, man.
It's funny that the people you don't know are more likely to help you than the people that are closest to you.
It is. It's sad.
Ridiculous.
A little anecdotal experience. Um, I have a wild past, like a huge degenerate past, and
Why
roughly
you
around the
such a
time.
degenerate, bruh?
What?
I said, why you such a degenerate, bruh?
I don't know, man. Life was hard,
Well,
but
whatever you did, it brought you to your lady, so.
that's yeah, and that's roughly around the same time. I got out of being a degen. It's funny enough. Um, her grandparents are like super religious, letting me help me find God and all that stuff. So I'm very appreciative. Um, but all the people that I surrounded myself with, and I did a lot for people too. Like I would give them free stuff, which was not cheap, and just hang out with them all the time, and like I like hype them up and just be around and whatever. But now, not a single one of them would even talk to me or even bother with me. Right? It's a shame.
Life's a bitch, and then you die.
Basically,
Let's see. While
me.
she's inviting, um, the other things are. God, I had so many ideas. Hold on.
Did you send me that link? You're sending a display name to Kimbo.
Judge not unless ye be judged.
Oh,
I'm going to.
oh my. Uh,
Who's Kimbo? Is that your old lady?
yeah. We're getting some wild stuff.
Oh, you guys are too close to each other. That's why.
Yeah.
Your phones are.
She's going in the other room.
Yeah.
I think it sounds awesome myself.
Yeah.
Um,
There.
What's up? What's up?
I'm just making sure that sounds a little better.
Are you a model or something?
I
Sure,
get
what?
asked that a lot. No, my parents are photographers though, so I guess you could consider me a model.
So
Oh,
they took
wait,
that photo.
hold, pause. You're from Dodge City, you said?
I grew up in Dodge City, but I live in Pratt, Kansas, near. Like I live in Iuka, which is near Pratt, Kansas.
So how close to you are to say Tennessee or what's some of the other ones? Arkansas.
I've been
Arkansas.
through Tennessee, Arkansas. I've been through pretty much all the states in the last week
My
or two.
stepdad's from Tennessee.
You ever hear of Kismet Photography?
Nope.
Okay, they're a U.S. based company, and that's the one
U.S.
her
and
parents.
Canadian.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So, any luck on your girlfriends or no?
What's that?
Any luck on your girlfriends?
No.
All right. Well, I'll just ask these questions because at least we have a female to answer the questions.
Alrighty.
And I think your boyfriend will enjoy the questions because they they teach. I like them because it really shows women from our perspective
Yeah.
in how dating is. So,
Alrighty. Sounds good.
all right. So before I ask these questions, I have to give you a rundown, a trigger warning.
Okay.
You know what the difference between a minority and a majority is, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if I say most women, that there's no reason to come back and retort that not all women are that way, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Because every time I ask these questions, girls are like, well, not all girls are that way.
That's like besides the point.
All right, let me find them. Let me find them. Let me find them. Let me find them. Double standard. Double standard. All right. I got a blog post here. Double standard, double standard, double standard. Yep. The hell? Maybe it, maybe it went to my drafts. Double. No. No. Double. No. No. Media pages. Okay, I'm starting to get worried because I can't find it on my iPad. I hope it didn't delete. WordPress. Maybe it's on my other iPhone. Post.
While he's looking for the questions, Kim, what? Tell us how you feel about same-sex bathrooms, or uh, you know, identifying with your sex bathrooms, women's safe places, I guess.
Yeah, I think I found it, but I think no matter what you think you are, you go to the bathroom of your birth, period.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Kim, is that what you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's just common sense to me, but
Yeah, I mean, how many more children has to get pedoed in women's bathrooms before
right?
they start making sense of it?
That. How many more young children need to get physically assaulted or their parents before somebody makes sense of it? It's insane.
All right, here we go. All right, so is it Kimbo?
Yeah, you can call me Kim, Kimbo,
Okay,
whatever you want.
Kimbo. On a scale from 1 to 10, how do you rate yourself?
I'd say like a 4.
All right, on a scale from 1 to 10, how do you think most men would rate you?
Honestly, I don't know.
How come you won't ask me how I would rate her?
Yeah, how do you rate her?
11.
Yeah, we all knew that was coming.
That don't count.
Because you love her to death, that's why.
Yeah. I rate her heart like 11 the most. But
Is there one thing you would like to improve about yourself?
No. Improve, you mean? Is that
Say
what you
what?
said?
Yeah, well, what is one thing you would like to improve about yourself?
That's a very difficult question. Honestly, I think we can all improve daily on a lot of different aspects about ourselves. I
Well,
think there's always room for improvement.
I can answer this. One thing I'd like to improve upon myself is the ability to stay cold as ice during the toughest, most intense, stressful situations, because that's something I struggle with.
Yeah.
Um, I like this one. At what age were you, Kimbo, when you realized you had the power to influence men by using your looks?
That's a sad question because I went through some trials at a young age, so I was kind of susceptible to all that stuff at a super young age. And yeah, I'd say
So
like 14 years old, I thought I could kind of use men to my advantage.
yeah, that's interesting. Um, what is the difference between a man with confidence and a man with attitude when he approaches?
Like ego, you mean? Like what's the difference between confidence and ego?
Sure, we can go with ego.
Um, I don't know. I think confidence is never really cocky or I don't know. You can kind of tell the difference between confidence and just straight up cockiness. I don't really know how to answer that.
This is gonna make you and your boyfriend probably fight, but I love this question. Do you think men and women can be just friends?
That's a hard one. That
no.
is because I mean,
No.
but you and I both have male and female friends, and I mean, we both haven't, you know.
Yeah, well let's test it. You may have opposite sex friends, but are you ever alone with those friends?
My opposite sex friends are because of you.
Do what?
My opposite sex friends are because of her. And I only like them because of her. And as soon as one of them said anything rude, I'd be like, yeah, fuck that bitch.
Right, but is she ever alone with her male friends?
No. That's the
Okay.
same thing. Like,
And
it's
my
So,
most
only
of
male
them are
friends
like,
are gay,
yeah,
so.
well, let's test the logic. This is why I love this question so much. Let's say hypothetically you and your boyfriend had a fight or you had an argument and you get so mad and you tell your best male friend that's heterosexual male best friend and you tell him me and my boyfriend just had a fight, I'm horny, I'm lonely, and I want to hook up, do you think he would say no?
No, he would probably definitely say yes, but
Then he is not your friend.
get real with it. We were best friends for quite a while. Best friends, quote unquote, for quite a while. She had
Yeah.
another boyfriend, and they had a falling out, an argument, and
shut up.
I was like, hey, what's up? What you doing today?
Boom! That proved it right
That's
there.
Yeah.
exactly why I jumped right on it
He
and
was
said no.
waiting in the woodworks for your relationship to fail.
Duh. Like, duh.
Uh, so you can't be just friends.
But then she does have this one. I will say, like when you said about meeting up with uh, your best friend of the opposite sex, my first thought went to Cole.
Yeah,
Which,
like I have a gay friend, and we would never like that's never ever just even an option.
but
So
like that's that's
Do you know how many girls have reported sleeping with their gay best friend?
no,
no,
my gay friend thinks vagina's
yeah,
icky. He doesn't like
yeah, he's
Millions,
really
but he's
gay.
gay.
He's more
millions of
likely to try to.
girls. Hold on. Millions of girls report every single day they have slept with their gay best friend.
I believe it, but
I believe
Millions.
that too, but this kid is more likely to try to sleep with me.
Yeah. I
True.
still wouldn't trust him around my girl. I wouldn't do it.
Eh,
No, I understand. This world's fucked nowadays, so I totally understand people's concerns and stuff like that. I really do.
Who typically sets the boundaries in the relationship? A man or the woman?
depends on what you mean.
Yeah, because in our relationship, I'm definitely the boundary setter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like, because it
you
depends.
have to choose one. You can't choose both.
Well, no,
Who
because, like, it depends
who
on what you mean
typically
by.
sets it more? Is
Because,
it men or is it women who typically sets the boundaries more?
Um, from experience, I guess, from my experience in life and what I've seen, I'd have to say women.
Exactly. Doesn't that typically give women an advantage in relationships?
Sort of, but it can also be kind of beneficial depending on the circumstances to the man.
Actually, it's not beneficial, and I'll tell you why. Most women prioritize the need to have a leader in their relationship. If the woman is leading down the line, she will eventually lose respect and attraction for that man.
wait,
So he should be leading, not the girl.
that's
I do
why
agree with that.
that's why I said, like, it depends on why. Because there's just some things, like, she sets some boundaries and I'm just not willing to cross them. Like, I'm just like, whoa, no. But then when it comes to, like, how things are held down and, like, financially and, like, sustainably and everything like that, that's all on my ass.
Look, I don't see any issue with the woman setting boundaries and preferences. What I have a problem with, and what I believe to be true, is the man should be the sole decision maker in the relationship.
I agree.
It,
The man should be the leader. The man should be the
yeah,
Yeah,
one who
for
wears the
sure.
pants and, not has control, but like, makes the ultimate decision.
right. So next question: why do women want equality in everything except for dating?
I don't know. That's something I don't understand. I really don't. Because I
But it's
don't
a good question, ain't it?
I don't want equality in a lot of aspects. I really don't. If I could, hell, a lot of stuff would be on the man. But that equality shit has come to play too much nowadays. So it is
Well,
pretty much 50-50.
I'm going to tell you honestly, I'm going to cut right to the chase. Men and women, no matter how much we try, men and women are never, in any sense of the word, ever going to be equal.
No, I agree.
And the most egalitarian societies of all are failing. They're failing. Look at our society. It's going to shit.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I believe that people have lost their belief system and the
People have
intrinsic
lost their sense of self.
the
They
it's the intrinsic value of what is a man or what is a woman. And when I say women, I like to stump people up on it because I will say men and women are equal. But it's if they're living up to the standard of their gender role. You know what I mean? There's way different standards here, man, that applies to a man and a woman,
Yeah.
and within a household. So that's what really bothers me is when people say that from an egalitarian point of view, and they are like, women are not equal in the relationship, they need more rights. It's like, okay, there's certain things a woman has to do to maintain an equal value in that relationship, and if you don't believe in that, I don't know what to say. And
Right.
that's where a lot of them are going wrong, right?
I would agree. I'm going to share my live on my Facebook. Let's see. Because I'm watching it on my second iPhone, but it's not showing up in my lives for some reason. Like maybe it's not going to show up until after the live is done. I'm not sure. But I'm still having fun with this. Um, if women believe, this is a good one. If women truly believe that men are naturally horn dogs, why don't more women approach men?
If more men are more naturally what?
If women believe in their heart and their mind that men are just naturally horn dogs,
Oh,
why don't more women approach men because they know what men want?
I can't answer because I don't have that mentality. I really don't know
Right.
what goes through their minds.
Yeah. Do you believe men are naturally raised to protect women?
Yeah, I do. They have that
Isn't,
instinct. It's
isn't that a good thing that men want to protect women?
absolutely.
Do you believe men go as far as to put women on a pedestal?
I really do, yeah.
Why is there so much talk about toxic masculinity, but you don't hear anybody talking about toxic femininity?
I think it falls back to the whole feminist movement thing because, again, I can't
That
understand their mindsets. And I know a lot of other women that don't either, but they're like that whole feminist movement that's going on and all that crap nowadays. It's hard. It's hard to even answer that. Like it really is.
sorry, I had fat man problems. Okay. Do you believe? All right. Another one of my favorites. Is there a difference between what women say they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Yes.
As
Yeah.
in, don't most women say they want a nice guy?
Typically, yeah.
But who do they typically go for? In this, they don't
What,
go for the nice guy. They go for the jerks, the
what,
Chads, the Tyrones, the drug dealers. Yeah.
bro, what the hell?
What?
I'm none of the above.
He's speaking overall, really.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, in general.
I'm kind of a Chad, bro. What the fuck?
So, if that's the case, if women say, how can a man trust a woman's dating advice if women aren't backing up what they say they want with their actions? Doesn't that make it hard to take women seriously when they say they want certain things?
Yeah, it does. It makes it really difficult. And honestly, the same way with men too. But you don't see many men doing that, to be
Yeah.
totally honest. You really don't.
So, why do women often complain about guys not willing to make an effort, yet complain about the ones that do make an effort?
Again, that's a hard question because I think it's more or less like, I don't know. I envy. I don't even know.
This ain't even on the list, but I heard it in a video earlier. Do you think that a man is less of a man if he can't change a tire?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think a woman is less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. As a fellow woman, yeah.
She's she's like, I support this message.
You gotta know how to cook if you're a woman. I mean, we should have that instinct for fuck's sake.
Like, I can cook, for fuck's sakes.
My man
Like,
can't. He'd starve if I didn't cook.
if a woman can't cook better than me, that's a problem. That's a
Yeah,
problem.
for sure.
And
Not
trust me,
in
I am a good cook, but I'm not good enough for people to say, I want to eat at his house.
Yeah.
Um, this is another one of my favorites. Why do women love hip hop music when it's um, hold on. Yeah. Why do women love hip hop music when it's the most degrading of all music towards women?
Well, a lot of my friends, they listen to that, like, what's her name? Sexy Red or whatever, or something. And they like that music because it makes them feel ratchet as fuck and bloody. And for
Ratchet.
some reason, that's what girls like to feel like nowadays. And it's
Uh-huh.
fucked up. It really is.
So, so is it only acceptable to talk shit on women as long as you have a good backtrack?
Yeah, I mean, as long as
As
you don't
in,
really care about what they think, really.
as in, they call women bitches and hoes, but women love that shit.
Yeah, I mean, they basically call themselves hoes, so they can't get mad when someone else calls them it.
You're echoing somehow. Um, why are why do we hold women accountable for their alcohol consumption when they climb in front of a steering wheel? But we do not hold women accountable for their alcohol consumption when they climb on top of a man. All of a sudden, because a man is involved, she's no longer held accountable for her own actions.
What do you think, Alex? What's your opinion on that?
What?
What's your opinion on that?
On what? I was.
Okay, I'll ask
Oh
it
my god.
again. I'll ask it again. Why do we hold women accountable for their alcohol consumption when they climb in front of a steering wheel? But we do not hold women accountable for their alcohol consumption when she climbs on top of a man. All of a sudden, because a man is involved, she's no longer held accountable for her own actions.
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy. I do. I do hold them accountable. I hold anybody accountable for whatever action they commit. Whatever action they commit is their fault.
Yeah, but we the truth is we don't hold women accountable because all they have to do is say they regretted it. They didn't they can backtrack their consent. They can lie. They said they had no partake idea
Yeah.
what's going on. So no, I agree that we should hold women accountable, but the truth is women coddle other women and believe everything the woman says. My belief, and I agree with Andrew on this, if there is no police report, I don't believe it.
Yeah, I can support that, honestly.
Just saying. Just
Women,
saying.
no, women, like, again, from my experience, I personally know girls who have been through those situations and who have manipulated a situation into something it wasn't. And it does make the guy look bad for no reason when it should have been the woman's fault, really, or responsibility to take.
Well, let's be clear. who's in charge of who gets laid?
The law?
No,
Like, I don't know.
women are in charge of who they have sex with.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So maybe I should have worded it that way.
yeah.
Who is in charge of, like, okay, women are responsible for who they have sex with, period.
Yes, yeah,
Now, I'm not condoning rape, SA, or anything. I think they should all be castrated and not delivered to the courts. They should be delivered to the parents of the victim to let the parents do whatever the fuck they want to that criminal,
absolutely.
then hand deliver that criminal to the prison to be punished by the prisoners.
Yeah,
But I think the parents of the victim, as long as it's been proven, I don't think that we should punish people anymore on just an accusation alone
yeah,
anymore.
on hearsay. Like, I
Yeah.
do agree there should be proof and it should be proven
Yeah.
before
I mean,
shit like that's made.
I understand some girls are too afraid to go to the hospital and get a SA kit. They're too afraid to report it. Well, I don't buy that bullshit anymore. We have
Yeah,
way
no. Honestly speaking, as a woman, if you were in a situation like that, that would be the first thought going through your mind. It would, regardless of what you just been through. What you just went through would have been more mortifying than
yeah,
going and getting a kit, you know? Like, it's like if I was in that situation, that would be the first thing I would do.
like especially if you're a minor. If you
Exactly. Yeah.
if you report it, they are not going to make you go back to that home. If and if they do, give me a call. I'll go beat the fuck out of your father or uncle or whoever. But
Yeah,
but if they don't want to be SA'd, they shouldn't allow it to continue by not reporting it.
absolutely. I agree.
Like, I feel for victims, I do, but I will not anymore because my whole platform is standing up for men's mental health because men's mental health matters too.
It does.
There's over 43, I think it's roughly 46% of men are in prison for crimes they never committed.
And that's sad, honestly. That's really sad.
It is. So this is why a lot of this I'm real passionate about.
And honestly, it's worse in the States than it is here in Canada. It really is. I mean, it's pretty bad here too, but I'd have to say it is worse in the States. So you probably are very passionate about it.
Is Canada the same as UK?
No, no, not at all.
Because I just saw a article that pissed me off. The UK is going to start criminalizing misogyny as terrorism.
Well, I'll be locked up for life, I guess.
Now,
But
Justin Trudeau, he has tried to put a block on our freedom of speech. Like, we can't share news here in Canada. We can't share it on Facebook or anything like that. And, you know, there's a limit on our freedom of speech on social media platforms. So,
yeah, same here for TikTok. Hell, I'm a man and I've been banned on 3 of my accounts because I talk about this shit that it's not harming anyone. I'm not degrading anyone. I just talk about the same stuff I'm talking to you about, and none of it is degrading or disrespectful.
no, yeah, they are definitely trying to limit our freedom of speech, especially, I mean, they can't really do much in person, but on social media they can, and they have been.
I agree. Do you agree that if a woman finds a man attractive and cute, that anything he says can come across as cute and romantic? But when an ugly man approaches her doing the exact same thing, she finds him creepy or weird.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I can only speak
yeah.
from my personal point of view, and me, I've had really not good looking guys come up to me and compliment me, and it's sweet. It's not creepy or weird or anything. It's pretty equal when it comes to looks and stuff like that. I don't
Were
judge.
you dating your boyfriend at that time?
Yes, like I've received compliments while dating him multiple times. Oh my gosh.
At what point in time in your life did you go from being not conservative and now conservative?
Um, I mean, I was a pretty wild teenager. I was always in a relationship though. Like I before I even got with my current boyfriend Alex,
No,
I
I
was
mean,
in a
at
long-term relationship.
what I mean is, at what time, what point in your life did you stop being that, I'm a victim girl?
I'd say around the age of like 17.
And how long have you and your boyfriend been together?
We've been together for 6 going on 7 years.
So is that when you two met? When you
I
No,
stopped being left?
No, it was probably a couple years after that, but
Okay.
yeah.
a couple years after. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
I
think
probably wouldn't have fucked the thing. Like, I probably wouldn't have fucked with her if she was totally like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Like, if she was totally like right left wing and like libertarian and
Oh,
stuff, I
yeah.
probably wouldn't have fucked with her in the first place. So,
Well, she probably wouldn't have fucked with you either. She'd be like,
yeah,
she'd
yeah,
probably be
that's it.
like,
Like,
"You're a fucking creep. Leave me alone."
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, yeah, exactly. I guess it kind of shows like everybody just kind of grows up eventually. And the ones
Yeah.
that are stuck in that mindset are just refusing to grow up.
People go through experiences too that changes them and stuff, and
Yeah.
it changes their perspective. So that's a
I'm
big thing too.
I'm still waiting to find my non-left leaning girl that doesn't find me creepy or ugly.
She's out there somewhere. Don't worry.
Yeah, buried under the ocean, perhaps under a dead shark somewhere.
Hey, the best women come along though when you least expect it. So
Yeah.
and it usually takes a long time, but
Yeah.
it's worth the wait in the end. Typically.
When I kind of met Kim, I was still on all sorts of really, really, really bad drugs, and I met her.
I helped his ass get
Well,
sober, which was crazy,
yeah,
but
essentially, like I wouldn't go around her doing all that stuff. Like I thought she was too good for that, and it almost killed me. But hey,
Yeah.
whatever.
Why, or sorry, many women often complain that guys don't appreciate them enough. How do you know whether or not to blame the men for not putting in enough effort or the women for not showing enough gratitude?
it's
Good question.
it's kind of equal there. Like I think the women need to show this gratitude if they want to feel the appreciation. Like I don't know how to word it.
I saw a video recently that really stood true to this exact statement. So this this husband and wife on TikTok, they create these scenarios where they try and teach husbands and wives on how to be better in their marriage. So the husband was putting away the dishes and the wife was complaining about how he was doing it, not appreciating that he was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just because somebody's doing it the wrong way, when you have complained and complained and complained and asked them to chip in, and they're finally starting to chip in, I understand you want it done a certain way instead of nagging and complaining and being disrespectful. You could step in and appreciate it, but show him
Hmm.
politely how you want it done
Yeah, for sure.
instead of nagging. Is it harder? I love this one too. Is it harder to satisfy women or to satisfy men?
Men are so easy to satisfy. My God, at least from my experience,
Uh,
like Jesus.
so,
Wait, what? What? Whoa! Hold the fucking phone here.
Women are hard to
No.
satisfy.
What?
I mean, not all women,
Oh
but
my
brother.
God! Wait, no. Hold on.
Hold on. You don't agree that women are hard to satisfy?
I agree that they are stubborn, but not hard. Because you can have, like, I've seen her having such a dull, bland day and just be in such a bad mood and texting me and whatever. And I just show up with a random ass cheeseburger, and now she's happier than hell. So, no,
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
we're talking about not just in society, we're talking about in the bedroom also.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I told her I could make her scream with one finger. She said, do it. So I poked her in the eye.
Yeah, well,
no, women are definitely more hard.
yeah.
I think so for sure.
Yeah, I don't.
So, if that's true, and it is harder to satisfy women, then why should men even try or bother to satisfy women if women are truly never satisfied?
Well, the most important thing is for women to speak up and even teach a man something if they got to. Like, because some men don't really know what they're doing. So it doesn't hurt to teach someone something. It really doesn't.
Yeah,
So if the woman spoke, so,
Backstreet Boys said it best. Cause I want it that way.
no, but definitely, yeah, the woman definitely needs to speak up and say something if they're not satisfied. Otherwise, it's their fault if they don't.
True that. True that. Do you believe that most women often keep dudes on the side as a backup plan?
Depends on if they're a thought or not.
So, to the women that do that, do those women have any right to be upset if their boyfriend or husband is doing the exact same thing by having women on the side as a backup plan?
No, they don't.
But they do get mad. They do. They do.
Yeah, it's a double standard. It really is.
Is there such a thing as equal partnership?
Yeah, maybe in some relationships, but not all of them for sure.
Okay. If there is such a thing as equal partnership, how many women equally contribute to building a relationship as a man is required and expected to?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, sorry. If it's if there is such a thing as equal partnership, how many women equally contribute to building a relationship as a man is required and expected to do all the approaches and all the first moves?
Um, I don't know.
Not
Uh,
many, right?
no,
Could that possibly be one of the many reasons why men want sex nowadays without relationship?
absolutely. There's a lot
So,
of reasons, but yeah,
yeah.
absolutely, that's one of them.
So men are typically expected to court women, ask them on dates, pick them up, pay for the dates, make the first move. What are women expected to do to build the
Exactly.
relationship?
Uh, it should be kind of. I mean, the women should show their interest too. Really, the women should show their appreciation and gratitude towards the person they're interested in. Like they should also like as a woman who, you know, I wouldn't want a man to pay for everything or anything like that. I would obviously offer to either split the bill or pay for it all, honestly. I mean, it should be 50-50 like that.
Like, let me give you my input. As a single man, in the event someday I'm lucky enough to sit across from a girl on a first date, the one thing I would expect nothing more from her is her undivided attention and expressed interest. If she's not providing me both of those or at minimum one of those, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I agree in that aspect too.
Because, and I agree with a lot of my favorite podcasters, if you're on a first date and she even answers the phone, leave.
Hmm.
Pay your half and leave that bitch there.
I agree.
Because there's only two reasons why a girl would be answering her phone on a first date. First of all, everybody knows she's on that date. That's not a shock. So there's no reason to call her for any reason. The only two reasons that she will receive a call is if there's an emergency at home with her kids, or she's planning for the guy she's going to go see after the date.
Yeah, speaking from a woman's point of view, the only reason you would ever answer a phone on a one-on-one date like that would be an emergency. Anything other than that would be disregarded completely. Not even.
Well, most of the emergencies are fake. They're asking their friends to get them out of it, and that's disrespectful.
That is, yeah, that's fucked up.
Um, is it fair to assume that the women who complain that men who only want sex is because sex is all that those women are bringing to the table nowadays?
Yeah, they must be portraying themselves in that way somehow. For a man to approach them like that, obviously they must be portraying themselves in some way. But there are some doggy men that will randomly message random girls. But
Well, some of us are desperate. Would you agree the definition of transactional is the trades for goods and services?
yeah,
Is is sex more likely to be transactional between two lesbian women or between a man and a woman?
to man and a woman.
Exactly. Because who's going to pay on the first date if there's just two women?
Yeah, like what kind of question even is that?
All right, I'm going to ask your boyfriend this, and then I'll ask you.
All right.
All right, do you believe women are doing men a favor by giving them sex?
Well, like, I mean, no. What
I,
do
I
you
would say
mean?
I would say it'd be a pretty good favor to me if I had sex with one of them.
Well, like, I mean, what do you mean? Like,
well,
I,
well, think about it. How many? Do you know there's over 63% of marriages that are sexless,
Oh yeah.
and they complain that their man is cheating? 9 times out of 10, those sexless marriages, if the woman's not putting out, she's getting it somewhere else.
I think it depends too on the circumstances, but most cases I would agree that yeah.
Yeah, 63% of
Yeah.
the time, it's true. um, if a if a woman rewards a man with sex, why is there so much pressure on the man to please and satisfy her?
Because again, women are hard to satisfy, I guess.
Do you believe women enjoy sex as much as men?
It depends on the woman.
If women do enjoy sex as much as men, why does the man typically have to work so hard for it? Why does he have to earn it?
I don't know. Again, I think it depends on the woman.
If a woman approaches a man and shoots her shot, do you think she's more likely or less likely to be rejected?
Less likely.
Less likely? I agree. What would you give What advice would you give to men on how to approach women without being perceived as creepy? Because remember the question: when an attractive man approaches, anything he says could come across as cute and romantic. But when an ugly man doing it approaches, he's often labeled a creep.
I think if you remain calm and collected and funny, I think having a funny personality is a huge bonus for even the ugliest of people. It really is. If you have a good personality, then you're good to go.
Why do this is another one of my favorites. I just lost it. I just lost it. Hold on.
I'll add too, it's the same with women. Like if a woman has confidence, it's a lot more appealing to a man, even if she's ugly. If she has confidence, and and the same goes with men too.
I can agree with that. Where was it? I lost my spot. Sorry. Why is it wrong with me? Oh, here it is. Why? Why do women say they secretly run the world, but complain how they are so oppressed?
To make themselves feel empowered or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Why is it wrong for men to sexually objectify women, but it's socially acceptable nowadays for women to objectify men financially?
I don't know. I don't think it is either way.
But don't you agree that women do that?
Oh yeah,
That,
for sure.
that all they care about is money?
Most women, yeah.
What what is the what is the word for trading your time for money?
Exchange,
Prostitution.
or yeah,
So by that definition, wouldn't most
that's
dating
trading.
and
Well, yeah, we should specify not trading your time for money, but trading sex work
yeah.
for money.
So wouldn't that make most marriages and relationships nowadays a form of prostitution?
In a sense.
uh,
That's funny.
do you think women have a right to complain about being sexually objectified when the entire Vegas economy is based on sex?
Honestly, no. I think it's our responsibility to prove otherwise.
Again, not all women, but a majority.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it possible for me to ask these same questions I'm asking you right now without being labeled a misogynist?
Yeah.
Because by now it would have been asked that like 32 times every time I ask these questions.
Oh my gosh.
There is so much talk about women, her body, her choice. If we give women the right to opt out of motherhood and 18, or sorry, the right to opt out of motherhood, should we also give the man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child
I mean, yeah, it's a hard question, but
support? Well, let's look at it. Let me explain it deeper. If you get pregnant and you decide you don't want it no more. Now, I personally, I don't, I don't agree with abortion at all, but let's just say for the sake of argument, you decide to have an abortion. You can have that abortion without question in some states, not all. But a man, no matter what, he cannot sign his rights away to avoid paying child support.
yeah, I agree. It's a difficult question to answer, but it's not fair in a sense. It's really not.
Yeah. Well, that's one form of our society not being equal.
And it's
So
the same with if a woman, like a girl, went and got an abortion, but the man wanted the baby, but she didn't care,
yeah,
and she went and got it. Like,
she does not have to ask permission.
yeah, it's sad. It's not fair.
Another way to look. I had a thought. Hold on. Oh yeah. God dang it! I just spaced it off again. You said it's not fair and light bulb. Um, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. Where were we? Okay. Why is it okay for women to have boundaries and standards, but if a man has standards, he's labeled a misogynist towards women? I.e., if a woman walks around saying, I don't want to date a short, fat, bald, broke, ugly, humpback man, she's perfectly in her right to do so. But if a man says, I don't want to date a fat chick, he's fat phobic.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that labeling. Like, I think they should be able to have their own interests. I mean,
Yeah, because anytime I've ever heard a woman say, I don't want a woman because XYZ, they often turn it around that he's victimizing her.
yeah.
And that's ridiculous.
And that's the problem with women. They take it so personally. They're like, they feel like they need to defend other women. And it's like, just never mind it. Let them have their own interests.
They're the first ones to lay smoke down on men, but can't handle the smoke when it's returned back.
Oh, absolutely. I can agree with that. They can't even do it with women most times. So,
True that. True that. Um, why do women feel entitled to a man's time, money, and resources while at the same time refusing to have sex with their boyfriend or husband?
I don't know. They shouldn't if that's the case.
I'm telling you, I'll cut that bitch off. No sex, no money. Like, there's a difference. Let's analyze this. There's a difference between you telling your husband, boyfriend, whatever, that you're not in the mood right now, but later. But then that's one end of it. But let's say for an entire month or a week, you've been rejecting him for no reason whatsoever. He's trying to get through to you that he needs that time and that attention. That's a big difference.
Yeah, that is. I mean, they'd have to be fighting real bad or something for that to happen. But,
Or she's fucking somebody else.
or that, yeah.
Um, why do women only want equality when it benefits women?
I think that's just what women want. They want everything. They want.
Yeah, if it doesn't benefit women, they don't want it.
Yeah. Most women just
Uh,
want it all.
if a woman isn't willing to shoot her shot, does that mean she's not interested in that guy?
No, not necessarily. She could be too shy or not sure if that guy's even interested. There could be a lot of factors.
The one answer that I love responding to is when girls have the nerve to say, well, we're afraid of rejection. And I'm like, welcome to a man's fucking world. We get rejected every single day of our lives.
Yeah, I can see from that point of view.
And I don't feel sorry or show empathy to them for having a fear of rejection because most
Men,
girls have most girls have never been rejected.
yeah, and men go through that every day, pretty
Yeah.
much. So,
Yep. Most women never approach, and most women have never been rejected.
yeah.
Um, I'm skipping some of these because you're in a relationship. If your boyfriend don't mind, I'll ask him anyway.
Um,
One of them,
whatever.
here, I'll ask you one of them, and you tell me if you want her to answer it or not. It is, um, what's the difference between a woman playing who's playing hard to get and a woman who's not interested?
Fuck, I don't care if she answers that or not.
Yeah, I'd answer that. A woman who's hard to get and a woman who's just not interested.
Right.
A woman who's hard to get will kind of flirt in a way. Like you'll pick up the energy that she's flirting, or you should at least.
Well,
But if they're not interested, I think you'll know for sure. They'll definitely give you the vibe that they're not. But if they keep kind of like teasing at you, or I don't know.
why don't women? Why do you think women would prefer sending subtle hints rather than just being direct?
Because most women like to be, what's the word for it?
Dumb?
Not dumb, but I think they like the man to be the one to approach. Most women do like the man to be the one.
Yeah, but have you guys noticed this trend going on where for the last 5 or 6 years, women have been yelling, "Leave us the fuck alone! Stop approaching us! We don't want you to approach us."
And then there's other women who are just begging for it.
Right,
It's like,
right. Well, that's where I'm getting to. We've spent all this time being told to leave women the fuck alone, and we respectfully listened. So now women are crying because men are not approaching them anymore.
yeah, I feel bad for men. They're honestly walking on eggshells around women.
We do.
Like, it's bad nowadays.
I'm pretty unhinged, so.
Hang on to your girl as long as possible, dude, because it's a nightmare out here. It is.
Fuck. I can imagine.
Um. So if it's so obvious that a guy should know, shouldn't women know?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't read body language at all very well, and I damn sure don't read signs. You know, I'm not some guy that can just um, predict what a woman is thinking.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But uh, being able to read body language is a good thing, really. It can benefit you in a lot of areas in life.
Well, one thing I've learned about body language is a lot of times a girl's body language ain't what she really means.
True. A lot of people, like, God, for a lot of examples, like depressed people, you'd never know they were depressed because they put on a happy face type thing. So,
Yeah, women are good bullshitters. They're
yeah,
good.
for sure. Good actors.
They're good actresses for sure. Women say they want men to apply more pressure. How do you know, or how do we know when it's too much pressure and not enough pressure?
Well, Again, I think it falls back on, well, for me at least, you can kind of sense when you're making someone uncomfortable or when they're interested. Like if you can't differentiate the difference between someone being uncomfortable or someone being interested, then I don't know.
This is my another one of my favorites. Why is it so attractive to women if a man does not care, but but complain about the fact that men don't make enough effort?
Why do women think it's attractive that men don't care?
Why do women find it so attractive that men don't care, but complain about the fact that men don't make enough effort?
I don't know. I didn't know women thought that. I really didn't know women thought that. I think they'd want a man to care. Like what?
Yeah. How do you think men feel when a woman approaches a man?
Probably good. I mean, it probably makes them feel really good to have a woman approach them.
Like
Because
they
it's,
just won the fucking lottery. That's what it feels like.
yeah, it's rare for women to do that. So for a man to receive that, it probably is a huge confidence boost.
Uh, do you think do you think men feel intimidated if a woman initiates
Initiates what?
Sex?
And oh yeah, they can feel over dominated or something sometimes, possibly, but it's never usually a bad thing in a sense.
No, we're like, fuck yes. Why do so many women? Oh, sorry, I already read that one. Okay, does no always mean no?
Wait, what was that? Did you ask a question?
Does no always mean no?
Yeah, that's a hard one because no, it doesn't. Some women will say no, but they actually want more. So
Oh,
it's really on a woman to clarify because that's how a lot of, because how can a man differentiate the difference when he's
yeah, that's my
experienced that with
next
a
question.
woman?
That's my next question. How can a man know the difference between no, give me more, and no, stop?
And that's the thing. If he's experienced that with other women, like where a woman's wanted more, but she said no, and but how is he able to know the difference with, say, the next girl who actually doesn't want anything? But, like it's up to the woman to clarify whether she wants it or not. So I don't think women should necessarily say, unless they clarify, like this is a kink of mine or something. I don't know. Like, I don't think women should say no
I'm
if
gonna
they
give
want
you a,
more.
I'm gonna give you a personal example, and then I'm gonna tell you a video that just blew my fucking mind. Okay,
Okay.
so at my high school reunion, I got a I got approached by 4 girls, and they all told me, and they were bitches back then. I'm not lying; they were cold-hearted bitches. But all 4 of them approached me and said, "Had you kept asking me out, I would eventually said yes."
And that's true too. Persistency is key, but you like, I don't know. Were you
But
able to tell if they were interested or not, or did they just come off as bitches, like you said?
they were, like I said, they were cold-hearted bitches. They were rude. They clowned me every fucking day.
Yeah, so I would have straight up been like,
Yeah.
how would I know? Like, you guys are bitches straight up.
So let me tell you about the story that blew my mind. So this girl on TikTok said she's divorcing her husband, and here's why. Because he asked her how she was doing, and she said she was fine. But she looked upset, and he asked her again, "Are you okay?" And she said, "I'm fine." So he walked away. She straight up said she's divorcing her husband because he didn't ask her a third time because she really wanted to tell him, but she wanted him to ask him one more time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That just blows my fucking mind.
Yeah, that's just insanity, really. That's fucked.
The same thing should apply to sex. It and a relationship and everything in life. If a woman really wants something, if she's talking to men, we are not like women. When we hear a woman say no, that's it. No means no. We've been taught
Yeah,
no means no. So we walk the fuck away. Like don't complain that we didn't put enough effort in. Like I don't care how many men have used the same pickup line I have. The fact that I'm trying takes a lot of energy and effort to walk up to cold-hearted women nowadays and face rejection. So if a woman really wants something from a man, she shouldn't say no at all.
exactly. She'll like that's why I say women need to be upfront and communicate properly. Otherwise, it causes a lot of problems for men and women.
It does. Do you believe women have ever lied to men in order to get laid?
Uh, Lie to men in order to get laid. Like, I don't know.
Do you
What do
think
you?
men do you think men have ever lied to women to get laid?
Yes.
See how quick it was for you to answer that one?
Yeah, that's funny. Um, but no, yeah, I don't think women really need to offer much. I mean, men don't really either, but men tend to try to sound good or something. And I personally know lots of men who have lied about having trucks and this and that, just trying to impress a girl. And it's like, that might not even be what she wants.
Yeah, but do you understand we have to make an impact just to get your attention?
I agree, yeah. And actually, now that you say that, like, I think women do actually tend to lie too.
So, do you think most women prefer a man to be honest?
Yes.
Okay, if that's true, why can't a man walk up to a woman just say, "I find you attractive, I want to have sex with you, but I'm not interested in a relationship right now"? Isn't he being honest?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, honestly.
Yeah, but most girls get mad if a man approaches them with the intent to just have sex. He's being honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer the honesty over a lie and then
Yeah.
possibly get hurt or something.
Do you think most women would prefer a man that tells it, or sorry, do you think most women would prefer a man that is completely honest or a man that tells women what they want to hear?
Completely honest.
But that you just proved that's not true.
I do, though. I think a man should be honest.
We should, but we can't because it gets us nowhere. I'm not a good liar, so I just don't lie. But
And there's some women who like guys who are really upfront and honest like that. Like, there's a lot of women who are, they're usually women who are mature and stuff and can handle the honesty. But women who are super sensitive or insecure or whatever, they'll take the honesty as a bullet. So,
what's the difference between a man being brutally honest and a man being blunt?
uh, I think bluntness comes off more assertive or aggressive, possibly. But either way, it's still honesty. So,
If a woman can wear Wonder Bras to make their boobs look bigger, can men put socks in their jeans to make their junk look bigger?
Yeah, I mean, if they want to do it, yeah. No hate.
The fact that women are now earning higher wages than men, why are men still expected to pay for the whole first date?
Tradition or whatever you call it. I don't know. It's
Yeah, tradition.
habit or
Let's talk about tradition. Are women traditional anymore?
no, hell no.
What was the white wedding gown intended to represent?
Purity, I'm pretty sure.
Right. Are women pure anymore?
Sadly, no.
So they want a man to uphold his traditional roles, but they refuse to uphold their own.
Yes, I agree.
So, like I told you and your boyfriend earlier, if a woman's on her cell phone, I will dump that bitch and I will leave. If a woman is not showing express interest or giving me a sign of some joy being on a date with me, her undivided attention, that's the second one. Then that's I don't think that is asking too much of a woman to give her undivided attention and show a little interest.
No, if she was interested in you, she wouldn't even pick up that phone.
Now, what is that called when a woman has the expectation, or sorry, isn't it an expectation that she's demanding he pay on the first date?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Isn't it called an expectation when a woman expects the man to pay on the first date?
Absolutely.
So why can't a man expect to get laid?
I mean, he can.
Come on, y'all gotta agree with that one.
Yeah.
Because she's expecting a lot from him. And I'm not saying that I've ever had sex with a girl on a first date because I really haven't. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it because I probably would, but that is not my expectation.
I
But
think most women actually think men do expect that anyway, going on a first date. I think most women do expect a man to expect sex
yeah,
in
but
return, but
that's not always true. But let me give you a little
I
logic about men. All men, regardless of nice or not, all men want to have sex with the woman they are spending time with. Period.
yes, I agree with that. I can agree.
Period. So if women just learn that if we're giving our time, our money, and our resources to a woman, we want to have sex with you.
Yeah, I
Period.
can agree with that.
So if women learn that, I think we would all have a better understanding of dating. Would go a
Everyone's
lot.
just hoes nowadays, man. That's all it is. People don't want to be loyal. They just want multiple men and multiple women.
Yeah, it's called the hookup culture.
Yeah, it's sad.
Have you ever led a man, or sorry, have you ever led a man on because you love the attention he gave you?
No, I haven't. I've been in 2 long-term relationships since I was a teenager, so I never really had any of the hookup stuff or anything.
No. What that means is if you ever went on a first date with a guy you had no intentions of ever dating or ever having sex with.
No,
Never?
ever.
That's rare. That's rare.
I haven't even been to a club, dude. I haven't been to a club or anything. And I'm
Have
26, so
Have you ever heard of the term the power of the pussy?
yeah.
How would you define the power of the pussy?
Well, you can get pretty much whatever you want with it if you use it the right way.
Why is there so much talk about male privilege and white privilege, but we never hear or talk about pussy privilege?
I don't know.
why are why are so many women reluctant to admit that they have more privilege than men do?
They don't want to admit it, most women, but they know deep down.
Do you believe men can get spoiled sometimes by women without being judged?
Yeah.
Is it okay for a woman to be spoiled, or sorry, if it's okay for women to be spoiled, isn't it acceptable that men be spoiled too?
Yeah. Wow.
Why are so many women claiming they have the golden vagina when every woman has one?
I guess some women just think theirs is better.
Um, do you believe women can use sex to make a man do whatever she wants him to do?
Pretty much. I mean, most men.
How
I
much
just
of
say
how much of our economy is driven by men buying things to please women?
probably quite a bit, honestly.
Do you agree that most consumer spending is geared towards women?
Uh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Why is there so much talk about female exploitation, but you do not hear women or men talking about this exploitation of men's financial gain?
Because men are just more conservative, or well, they don't really air their shit like women do.
Why is there so much talk about the gender pay gap, which doesn't exist, by the way, but not a gender spend gap?
I don't know, man.
Um, oh shit, my phone died. I guess we can take a break for now. That was
Alrighty.
that was 100 questions. I have 200 more,
Wow.
but let's save them for another time.
Sounds good.
So, what'd you guys think so far?
Yeah,
Was
I
it
don't mind
boring
answering these
or
questions.
fun?
It's pretty cool. It's
No, it
like,
was good.
yeah, it's like my first Q&A or whatever you call it. I don't know what you would call this, but
Yeah. Let's maybe we can get some of your friends to join next time for the rest of them.
yeah, I'll have to get your link and I'll share it and try to get a couple people on.
Just look up my YouTube channel
I tried
and
to. I can't find your user. Like, I can't find the profile. I don't know how to search profiles.
you just type in Dearden 2007 on YouTube.
I did that and nothing showed up. It showed up like 3 videos that were
Just send me the link.
completely unrelated.
You can just send me the link.
Let's see.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can share your YouTube channel anyway.
Hold on, let me see. I'm still learning this.
I think if you just go on your profile on YouTube, it'll give you the option to share your profile.
I'm trying to find the chat. I want to type in my own chat, but I don't think I can. Here, I'll use my other. Oh shit, the phone died. Um, wait, what's your name in Discord?
I'm not really on Discord, but
No, your boyfriend.
oh, Poindexter.
Yeah, that's right. I was messaging him. Poindexter. I thought I was. Winged Penny.
What's your name, Dearden?
It's Deer Den.
Oh, Dearden. I thought it was Dearden.
Yeah. So kind of like a Dear John letter. I make fun of my name and I basically tell people it's like a deer going into a den, but it's spelled like Dear John, not Deer. It's Dear.
Okay, yeah. That's a
Uh,
unique name.
but hold on, let me see. I'll plug in my phone.
Wait, no.
Oh shit. It's not completely dead, but it's close. Of course, it's gonna. God damn it, stupid damn thing. Of course, it dies while I'm talking.
Okay, well,
But
I'm gonna jump off right now. We have a 2-month-old puppy here, so I'm gonna spend some time with her. She's bugging
yeah,
us. But yeah, you can just send the link to Alex once you do figure
hopefully
it out.
this live shows up on YouTube.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
really
pretty
do.
cool.
It would kind of not be cool if it didn't. But I'm still learning. But
All right.
feel free for you guys for our next live to have some questions ready to ask me, or even topics that you want to talk about.
All right, sounds good.
Because I really want to grow my YouTube channel. I really do.
Yeah, and I'll share it on my platform too. I have a pretty big social media platform, so.
Sounds good. Thanks,
All
both of
righty.
you. Thanks to both of you.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
See ya.
No problem. See you, man.